Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. This is You Too Can Be Great, the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City Season 2, Episode 10 review. I've given y'all some time. Go check out Potomac if you have not seen that review. I did that for Reunion Part 2. This Salt Lake City episode, I didn't do last week's, but it basically started off where they left off last week. We know that the NYPD, the FBI, and SWAT team all showed up for Jen Shah, and there are the blogs going around saying that she has now been arrested, and it says for allegedly money laundering and fraud, and that's the case that's going out. The problem is Jen had lied to them while they're on the bus, supposed to be heading to Vail on a vacation retreat, whatever, that Meredith is planning. She lied and told them that Sharif Sr. or whatever is in hospital and he's in this dire state and she had to go. And before she did that, she got a phone call that looked like somebody had tipped her off that she was being chased after by the feds and by the NYPD because there's something that she did with her business that she wasn't supposed to do. So here we are, and Heather last season was basically just, she got off the bus and she was telling them everything they needed to know. That she just left. She said she went to the hospital. Heather was literally telling the police everything. I don't know if it was out of nervousness or if she was just like, you know what, Jen has done so much things to me in the past. She's been online, went said some crazy thing, even called me racist. She's done so much shit to me, so I'm gonna pretend like I care about Jen, but I'm gonna tell all her business. I'm gonna be the one to snitch, and so be it. In the tour or in the bus, you got Whitney trying to figure out exactly what the circumstances are, and you have Lisa crying. First, I thought that Lisa was the one that snitched. I thought that she was the one that called the feds and told them where Jen was supposed to be, because they had to, their group of people are the only ones who knew where she was going. So how did they know to come find her there? Did Mary Cosby call them and tell them that this is where the bus was going to be and didn't show up? But I initially thought it was Lisa, but then Lisa's reaction to this and all the tears, either she's a good actor or she's not Jen's friend. So I don't know. Lisa has a way of gut punching you when she thinks you have done something wrong to her, but she'll do it in a roundabout way. Like bring some random person to her party to now talk shit about Mary's church to Meredith, shit like that, and say she ain't got nothing to do with it, or cancel somebody's caterer or something like that. But I don't know if Lisa will go so far as to bring the feds to them, because she was like, don't call Jen and give her any warning that something that the cops are looking for her. Don't do that when they asked that question. On the other hand, Mary also has a bone to pick with Jen, and Mary didn't show up. Mary was gonna go private. So maybe Mary called them and told them where she was gonna be, and decided that she wasn't gonna show up. That way she doesn't have to be told, hey, Mary, well, you told us she was gonna be here. Where did she go? So she stayed away, because Mary can also be calculating. But that's just speculations thus far from my end. I'm just speculating. But then as time kept going by and, you know, things kept happening and stuff like that, I was like, okay, they're on the bus discussing stuff, and Whitney seems to have like an FBI type attitude. She wants to figure out what's going on with Jen. And Whitney explains that her business of marketing and certain things that they do, that when Jen explains all the stuff that she does for her business, that it does not it does not make sense as far as financially how much money she's getting with all the assistance she has. And she tells us that Jen has a pattern of opening businesses and pouring all the money that she's earning into a startup business as a startup cost. And you can write those off on your taxes, so you can reduce how much you have to pay to the IRS, and you can keep some more money in your pocket by saying, I spent this much and this much and this much and this much and this much to start up my business. You can take a lot of deductions from it. And that's what big millionaire companies, people do to avoid paying taxes in the first place. So that's her out. That's how she's trying to fraud Uncle Sam, allegedly. But then Whitney also says something like she heard that what they're doing is they're scamming old people, that they're having old people sign up for subscribe to stuff and have their credit card being charged every month. But these people don't even know what the hell they're signing up for. And they're basically taking them for fools because they don't understand how to use the internet. They may not even know how to read the damn instructions. They're old. So that's people that they're targeting to get money from, trying to do all these things while selling their data and selling their stuff to people. And I'm just like, what the entire hell did you get yourself into, Jen? Because your husband was going to divorce your ass you said during COVID. He might just divorce your ass now because you just keep putting yourself in some shit. So as they're talking about this, Whitney talks about Mary and how Mary treated her and how Mary talked to her last episode, which I did do a review on, but I felt like Mary was full of shit, and I did not have any respect for Mary Cosby at that time. If you guys don't remember what happened, she had tried to invite Whitney to an Italian little dinner thing that she wanted people to come to, and she wanted people to dress in Italian streetwear, whatever the fuck that meant. And she wanted them to come, and she wanted to show her money and her lavishness and have them gifts. And she called everybody. Everybody picked up, accepted the invite. She called Whitney, and Whitney did not answer the phone because Whitney later on clarified that she was carpooling with kids, and she just did not have the time to pick up the phone. At the same time, when Whitney could have called her back hours later after she dropped off the kids, but she chose not to. So Mary tried to embarrass her by sending her a different outfit rules, basically wanting her to come looking like a hoe. And that tells me that Mary has no respect for Whitney as a friend. Whitney is significantly younger than her. Either she's jealous of Whitney, which is what I'm getting from what she's behaving. Why would you have the girl come like a hoe to your dinner because she didn't give you a call back? Who the fuck are you, the president, bitch? But it basically seems like Mary has her head so far up her ass, the first lady of the church, that she feels like she is owed respect in a certain way. Now, she did state that this happens all the time with Whitney, where Whitney doesn't call her back or Whitney doesn't behave like a friend. But Whitney also decided to put her on blast, talk about how people talk about her church, say that she's stealing, she's not a nice person, that if you make her mad, she turns into a complete bitch, basically. And at the same time, there was one reveal that Whitney did in the confessionals where she read word for word what Mary had sent her via text. All these horrible things. Do you think I'm better than you? Do you think you're better than me because you're not? All things that sounds like she's insecure. And we sat here and watched Mary belittle her. I mean, belittle her, calling her little girl, making her feel uncomfortable. Why invite her, even if you gave her the wrong costume? First of all, berating her for not embarrassing herself and having the wisdom not to come looking like a hot ass mess. And then when she got there, because you wanted to make a joke out of her, you now continue to mistreat her and mistreat her and mistreat her to the point where she broke down and started crying. So Whitney's telling everybody about this in the group, and new girl, Jeannie, was like, it rubbed me the wrong way because she was trying to tell me what the fuck to do and she don't know me. And y'all know that Jeannie and Mary ain't never gonna get along, because Jeannie will tell Mary what she needs to say and she will cuss her ass out, and Miss First Lady's gonna say, don't talk to me like that, you don't speak to me like that. And Whitney says that Mary feels like she's Jesus. Like her church has a portrait of her grandma and Jesus holding hands. And I'm like, Mary ain't no damn Jesus. What the fuck? Mary was the one that's out here and married her grandfather for money and shit. Bitch, bye. Mary is very calculating. I think she's very opportunistic. Mary has good reads and stuff like that, but there has been too many people that have come out and had so many negative things to say about her and her situation or her choice in marriage. Plus, half the congregation then left your church and went somebody else. They didn't trust in your sanctification. So I don't trust Mary as a human being yet, because I'm seeing sides of her that I don't like, and I think that she can be a very big ass, skinny ass bully. Then we have Whitney describing this on the tour bus and everything. I'm talking about it, and I remember Heather trying to have Whitney's back because Mary was just being unreasonable. I like how Meredith went and talked to Whitney and tried to calm her down, because Whitney did not deserve all that verbal attack that she was giving her, all because she didn't call you back. She didn't call you back, bitch. Who the fuck are you? And Lisa didn't say shit, of course, while Mary's going after Whitney, because Lisa don't like Whitney. So we're sitting here, and Lisa is now calling her husband, letting her husband know that they have now got a message saying that this issue was for money laundering, and she's crying because she wants to know what the hell is going on. Lisa now calls Meredith, and Meredith says she's not surprised. Now, y'all know that Jen is not on Meredith's good side. It don't matter how many apologies Jen gives, Jen is on Meredith's shit list. Once you go after somebody's child, like Jen did, I don't know if she's ever going to have it in her heart to look at Jen as a decent human being, because Jen said some horrible shit and retweeted some horrible shit about somebody's child. You do not cross that line. Hell, with me, you won't. We will never see eye to eye. We will never be friends. I will never respect you. You can go straight to hell and meet your maker. Go meet the person who made you, because we will never be friends when you cross certain lines. When you put your hands on me, when you come after my family, when you come after my kids, we will never be. I can forgive you, but I will never forget that you have this snake-like spirit within yourself to go this low. And Meredith is like that with Jen. She will be cordial with her, but she does not trust that hoe. And so now that she's hearing this information from Lisa, she's not shocked. And Lisa is sitting up there talking about, when somebody hears something like this, they're usually surprised, but Meredith is not. They get to Vale, and Mary is talking to Meredith, and Meredith is letting her know that this is the situation with Jen. And Mary says the same thing that she told the entire crew. I don't trust Jen. I heard stuff about this. I thought her spirit was bad because I heard she was scamming old people. So for me, I knew I would never trust her. But Mary, we just saw you last episode and it seemed like you and Jen were kumbayaing. So which is it? You don't trust her or you do? But Mary just, I don't know. Mary comes off as two-faced and wanting to only fit in where she thinks that these are people that she can align herself with. Whitney was her friend first season. Whitney supported her, defended her, had her back like a real friend. She don't need Whitney no more. Now she's gonna align herself with Meredith because Meredith is not friends with Jen. So she's gonna now align with her to probably get more dirt on Jen. At the same time, Mary will eventually fuck up Meredith. It's a matter of time because Mary is not, I don't see her as the type of person that can retain friendships because she's full of herself, especially if she thinks she's Jesus. So we have that, and then the girls arrive. Meredith discloses to them a story where one of Jen's co-workers got into her store and took a purse without paying it and left with Jen right there. And somebody contacted her because they got her on camera, and Jen said, oh, the person will bring the purse back. But it almost seems like this person is stealing and Jen is still keeping the person on her payroll. That begs the question, Jen, what was he doing or she doing? The person on the camera. Did they intentionally try to take the purse? Was the story that they intentionally tried to steal it because they felt like you were friends with Meredith, that it was going to be okay to just take something from the store? What was the motive behind it? But Meredith is reading it like, this bitch let one of her coworkers steal from me and she still has her working for her. You have no loyalty to me because I will fire somebody's ass if they come and steal some shit from your business. Now we know it's fraud. You stealing from other people. So that's the mentality that they have for it. They're all discussing it. And Meredith talks about how she's heard so many stories about her business. They all basically make Jen their topic of conversation. Some of them are saying, oh, I hope she's okay and I hope everything works out right. But at the same time, you see people talking shit. The only person so far I think that hasn't been saying too much is Jenny, because she doesn't know Jen that well, and Lisa because she's holding things back. But Lisa gives us a hint that she also thinks that Jen is also cheating, meeting up with some man. I mean, damn. Jen was the hot topic last season, and Jen is the hot topic this season. They did show next episode that's gonna happen. It seems like Meredith said that she hired some kind of investigator. Jen is gonna do that fake tears to act like she's shocked that she got, because for the FBI and somebody to come after you, child, they didn't got some evidence, girl. So I don't know what something you did or something your staff did. There was somebody doing some shady ass shit for you to have all different departments coming. You got SWAT, NYPD, and FBI coming for your ass, girl. You did something. So I don't know if I believe her tears. I can't wait till the reunion for them to touch on it. But I do know that she's losing the trust of damn near everybody in that group. And she might lose her trust in her husband too if he got to pay for her mistakes. And all this money that she's been throwing, $80K on this on this, bitch, where you getting your money from? Maybe because y'all know she's renting her house. They had to move to a different house. So it's kind of shocking. I don't know if Jen is the type of person she just want to keep up with the pizzazz, keep up with the Joneses, that she'll do anything for it. But this episode kind of shined a different light on her company and how much she parades money and fur and everything, and where her money comes from and the people that she has employed under her. Somebody talking. Ain't nobody going to jail for anybody. But that was this episode. I didn't take notes. I hope I was able to talk about a lot of the things that they did this episode. But I'm going to see y'all later. Go ahead and check out my Potomac, like I said. And you guys go ahead and have a good, wonderful day. Bye.